Welcome to an Alaska homestead. We're becoming more self-sufficient on a remote island in southeast Alaska. It's a little breezy, but if we waited for the perfect weather, we'd never get anything done. So today we're gonna go mill up the wood for the greenhouse. So let's get this party started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got 11 if we use the end pieces, 11 pieces of lumber. So I'm gonna eat some lunch and then we'll get this stuff down to the garden and start putting stuff together. I got one of the boxes done here. I got to do this side still, but I just ran out of time. So, all right, so that's the finished product. We just got to fill in the voids where it's a little high there. All right, so we went into town yesterday. We got a big surprise coming for you guys in a couple months. But it was also my mother-in-law and father-in-law's 60th wedding anniversary. So we went and ate dinner with them, stayed the night. She stayed in town. I came back out here. So I'm going to resume working on the garden bed. And then we'll start screening some dirt again. So when you're working with this chainsaw lumber and green lumber, it's always going to warp and twist a little bit because you didn't let it dry just right. So we've taken that, into consideration. So what it is what it is. We're not too worried about how well it looks. I just kind of like the natural look to it. But we're also going to go over how we do the hoops on here. So we'll do one bed, get the hoops set up, and then that way you'll see exactly what kind of fasteners we use and everything. So when you're laying the pipes out, I just quarter it up. So I'll do one at 2.5 feet, one at 5 foot, and then at 2.5 feet from there, and then 2 on the end. So that's how I set these things up. Now on our old beds, I would use this is a 1/2-inch pipe, and on our old beds I'd use 3/4 inch fasteners, but this time I'm using regular 1/2-inch hole straps to secure it, because we never ever take these poles out. So I don't know why I left the option for us to take them out. And sometimes the wind wants to grab them and pull them out. So that's why we're going to start doing the 1/2-inch with 1/2-inch fasteners. Excuse me, buddy. We got a big day. We're going to town to pick up dirt. Then I'm taking Brad and Victoria to town to pick up supplies. I'm going to bring the dirt back with my wife and brother-in-law, take them back tonight, and then pick Brad and Victoria back up and bring them back with their food.
Yay.
And some fuel.
Yay.
Yay. All right, so the game plan is to let the beach go dry. We're going to drive the tractor down here, and then we'll load all the bags up on the tractor.
They're down on the ground, they're hard for me to pick up.
A little bit over the skippity top.
What?
got his knife.
We dropped up a whole bunch of these bags and left them, and we came back the next day and a bear had gotten in them.
Yeah, because they smell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ravens do that too at our piles, pallets of them at work.
Oh really?
In the wintertime, they smell for anything that could have food in it.
Yeah.
And they'll rip through the tarp coverings and check out all the soil bags.
Got your money shot.
That's the money shot.
We'd hike up and spend 3 days out bringing back these little bucks, and then Dr. Loba would have an 8-point buck sitting there at the cabin. We'd be like, yeah, I was just working in the garden. Like, dang it.
That's the life right there, huh?
Yeah.
So big thank you to Donnie for helping us get some of that soil over here, some of the compost. We really appreciate it. Today we're going to be covering the beds and cutting out the end pieces. I got some transparent wrap for the stuff this year, so we're going to cut all new stuff for the beds and get them covered up. So it's 36 degrees right now, but we're supposed to be up into the 60s today. So we are going to have a phenomenal week. Supposedly 10 days of sunshine. That's unheard of. Well, not unheard of, but it's a rare occurrence in Southeast Alaska. So we're supposed to be in the 30s and 50s for most of the week. So we're going to make the most of this nice weather and try to get as much done in the garden as we can. So I'm just taking some of our old end pieces, laying it down as a template, and then cutting around it for the new end pieces with the clear visqueen. There's one. So we rarely take the end pieces off, so I like to put the end pieces underneath the long pieces. That way we can open the long pieces up and let it rain or let it get air or water it without taking the end pieces off. So to put your plastic wrap on the beds, here's what we use. We just use these little we use these little snap clamps, and you can get them on Amazon. Matter of fact, I'll put a link down in there in the description, so showing you where you can get them from Amazon, and then we get like a little percentage. It doesn't cost you nothing, but we get a little percentage if you buy something like that. So I did some screening, and I got these filled with the our local dirt. I also got all the raised beds covered up, and we're not going to use that bed this year. We're going to use our own compost and put some seaweed in it and see how well that soil does next year. All right, so that's a wrap. My wife stayed in town. She wanted to hang out with her brother while he was visiting. I'm going to go to town and pick her up today and upload this video for the Sunday you're watching it. Now when we're in town, we'll pick up some more compost and mix the compost in with this stuff, and hopefully that'll give us a good enough soil to grow some stuff in the greenhouse this year. Next video we'll probably get the cover on this thing, and we got a lot of stuff going on, so stay tuned. We got to cut the flower beds, a lot of stuff, so stay tuned. And remember, we got a big surprise in a couple months, so I can't wait. All right, see you next week.